morning to acknowledge the beautiful and divine in them, even as I acknowledge the beautiful and divine in myself. Therefore, greet all of you in the ancient words spoken by all masters in all generations in different times and in different languages as I am.
I am.
We're going to look at page 5 from the science. Page 5 from the science, chapter 1. It says, religious leaders have expressed a faith in the world of spirit, but have done little to investigate it beyond the confines of their own liturgy. The word spirit is most often translatable etymologically to the word energy, whereas the word spirit lends itself to ambiguity across doctrine and has led to a superstitious ideology among human beings. Energy is easy to understand. It's part of our everyday life. Energy is the electromagnetic force in the universe that, when applied to mass, accelerates it into maturation and transformation. Ashe?
Ashe.
So, today we're in part 2, right? Part 2 of entering divine mind. And as we talk about entering divine mind, when we talk about divine mind, we understand that us being in the mind that the universe, the I am, wants us to be in, gets us access to everything. That gives us access to everything. And many people that you would think, because of their lifestyle, are not in connection with divine mind, they actually are in many cases. It's just that they are not fulfilled in their execution of that mind. They are living, they have material things, but they don't have peace. They don't have harmony. They don't have balance. Ashe?
Ashe.
And so, as we talk about that, and we talk about getting into divine mind, in order for us in this part 2 to get into divine mind, we are going to have to tear down certain myths that we have accepted. And some of us might think that we don't accept these myths, but in the back of our subconscious mind, because we live in a society that believes this stuff, and because it hasn't been corrected, we end up in little ways bowing to certain psychologists. Ashe?
Ashe.
Now, why would you want to even listen to this? Well, let's look at the benefits. If I'm in the I am vibration, if I'm in divine mind, and I'm in the I am vibration, here's what I get. Here are the promises. These are promises from the ancient text. Whether it's the Bible, the Quran, the Bhagavad Gita, it doesn't matter. We went through and we pulled like terms. Everybody say this is what you're supposed to get when you're living right. Direction. Direction is, I don't have to figure which way to go or try to figure people out. The universe itself is going to do that for me. It's going to show me the right path to take. Think about how valuable that is. You're trying to make a decision, you're going to know exactly which way to go. Number 2, deliverance. One of my promises is to be delivered from whatever difficulty I'm in. That's a promise.
That's right.
Whether it's sickness, whether it's financial problems, whatever it is, if I'm in divine mind, right? If I'm struggling in school, whatever, divine mind says, I will deliver you out of them all. Many of the afflictions, but what? The righteous supposed to be delivered out of them all. But right don't mean, right? That doesn't mean doing just what the preacher say. There is a formula to this. Are y'all understanding that? And because people don't understand the formula, and they still are gravitating to mythology, they're not benefiting. Number 3, dominion. I'm supposed to rule. That's a promise. Right in the first book, right off the bat. You're supposed to have dominion over anything material. You say, well, I believe the dominion over the spirit. No, everything is spirit. Solid. Wrong. Energy moving at a lower, slower vibrational frequency. Spirit. Congealed, slow spirit. The more your flesh slows down, the closer you are to the gravitational pull that puts you in the ground. But were you energy? Yes. You would turn, you would decay, you would turn to dust, and then you would turn to wind, and then you would become energy all over again. Are you with me? Mm-hmm. So, I got dominion over things, and that's why I can call those things which be not as though they were, because they are. But I have to understand that I'm in a position to design or connect to matter and transform it into what I want. I've done it. Like the people in here, we're not talking about what we think. This resurrection for some people. But some of us already got up. You don't even worry about did Jesus get up. Jesus got up, happy, doing his thing. When you gonna get up? That's all I want to know. You supposed to be doing greater things than he did. That's what it's saying. So if that's the case, why are we having so many failures? Because we're not in the right coordinate of mind. We're not in the right coordinate of mind. We got to let that mind that made that successful be in us. Mm-hmm. Delight. That's another problem. I'm supposed to be happy. I'm supposed to delight. But I can only delight in life when I delight in the science. The ancient text says the Lord. You understand? Provision. I ain't supposed to be hurting. I ain't supposed to be hurting. Right? Young or old, never supposed to see, never supposed to be begging for bread. You hear what I said? I'm not even supposed to want.
Right.
Think about that. That means, in order for me not to want, that means everything I desire, I'm supposed to be able to have it.
That's right. Already.
Now watch this. I ain't about to ask you for no money. The seed is your mind.
That's right.
That's right.
The 10th is that 10% of brain power that you are currently using. If you could just find your way to bring that to the storehouse. I mean, if I looked at it, it's probably the size of a mustard seed. If we could just get you to think.
Just think.
Just think, yep.
Just think.
Power.
Just reimagine your life.
Yeah.
Power.
Predestined, prepare, prosper, protect, prevent me from problems. Problems can't even get in the door.
Come on.
Huh? Before I call, it's already answered. I'll go before you and make a way. What does that mean but prevention? Right? 10,000 falling in my hand. If I attack a bunch of people going down, thousands on the left hand, my folk ain't getting hurt. But look at this. Ain't nothing coming near me. I mean, if you don't want it, I have it. But me, personally, if I'm going to go up in somewhere and sit down and read and pray and fall down.
Come on.
Well, hell, I need to get something out of there. I'm going to get up at 5:30 in the morning and call on something. I needed to answer. Y'all feel? There are things that's required of us, though. What's required? Preparation. Preparation. I've got to do my work. I got to prepare my mind. I've got to prepare my heart. What are we talking about? Heart, not the beat, beat, beat. Created me a clean heart. That don't mean get some Clorox and some Palmolive soap. Think! What is the heart? What is the heart? The heart is the subconscious mind. The heart is the subconscious mind. Number 2, positivity. See, let me show you something. Y'all know what I'm gonna say. You know what I'm gonna say. What I'm gonna say about that right there. What I'm gonna say about that right there.
Distraction.
Anybody?
Distraction.
Yeah. Distraction. Why are you getting distracted?
Because we're supposed to hear this. Because we're supposed to hear this.
First, you get distracted by the bill. Then you get distracted by the statue. Then you get distracted by the location. Now, the corporate ego got to send one of his finest. Junior, I need you to go down there. Put the bottle down. Go down there. See if you can make Confetti get real, you know. Make it real. And let's see how long we can keep this going. So, listen. We need to be positive. We need to plan. We need to plant. We need to invest in ourselves. We need to figure, our spiritual game out, and we need to figure our financial game out. I ain't got that much time. But let me just say this. Write it down. Write the money down.
Come on.
So I said, I know what I gotta pay. I know what I gotta pay. And then you pay it, and then you like, oh God, I didn't know it was that much. Let me tell you what I did last week. Can I tell you what I did last week?
Yes, sir. Talk about it.
I had insurmountable. Well, see, ain't nothing insurmountable, but I'm just, insurmountable amounts of money I need. I'm looking, I'm thinking. Now, my thought is going to leave from the world of human beings into the space of God. So, before I can say, let there be earth and not void, I need to say, let there be light. I need clarity. How am I going to get clarity if I'm not looking at it? So I said, if I can see it, I can mentally change the numbers.
There you go.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's true. That's true.
I mean, just this morning, I've had 2 people, and they know who they are, come to me with blessings that were insurmountable for the building we get. Well, no way. Except faith. So when I looked at it, I said, now this is where I need to get to be comfortable. If this is where I need to get to be comfortable, now I know what to put my mental contemplation on. Now I know what to put in my meditation. Are you understanding it?
That's right. That's right.
I used to do it all the time in college.
Yeah.
I'm at a 60. I need a 90. Now, what can you believe for? Don't put $300 million on there if you're not ready to believe that. That's your long game. But if you can just barely believe in what this person is saying, and the universe is saying to you, and I know you feel what I'm saying.
Yeah.
If you can just believe for $20, when you get that $20, you be like, uh-oh.
There it is. Yeah.
Yup.
There it
Wait a
goes.
minute. Hold up. Wait a minute. Hold on. I thought it was a little voodoo, but hold up. Hold up. Wait. Oh!
Yes, sir.
All right. Don't get too sad. 50. Oh, I got 75.
real.
That's how it goes. Damn land.
I'm trying to tell you, this is what is in the books
Yep.
that has been hidden from you under history, under folklore, and a bunch of other stuff that ain't usable. You understand?
Sir.
When you get home, do you put the whole can of beans in the pot? Or do you open the can, pour the beans out, and eat what's good? Or why are you taking the whole book, the whole Bible, and throwing it in your life when there's stuff in there that ain't usable? Some of it was just packaging to bring you the word. So look, let me get into this so I can let y'all go. So people all over the world are mad at what they call God. Now people becoming atheists and Gnostic, right? And then you got other people, they lock real hard in. And they're mad because they can't understand why is suffering happening if God exists.
Big question.
If God controls everything, why is God letting us down? Then you got the people on the other side. Don't question God. That ain't for us to know. It's for us to ain't listening. If I'm going to heaven, how about let's cut this short? Why do I need to ride in this physical body all the way to 80 if I'm going to heaven anyway? And that's all that matters. Did you see? Don't act like y'all ain't never asked the question. But we had to know. And it say, prove me now.
Now, come on. That's what it
It
says.
didn't say prove me later. It said prove me now. So I asked the question.
Yes, sir.
Well, why is there suffering if you're in control? Answer answer with the question. Do you have free will? Yes. Then I'm not in control.
Wow.
If you have free will, and you know you do, because you do that which you don't want to do, and that what you want to do, you don't do. You got free will. And if we have free will, that is not that cannot be correlated to proving that God is in control of everything. God is all powerful, not all control. There's a difference. And the definition has been mixed up. So people are suffering because they're waiting on something to save them. That doesn't operate like that. Are you with me?
Wow.
So then you got people that say, well, you know what? They say, you know what? I'm just forget all this. I'm just going to go to the cave and I'm going to hide out. And I'm going to be in the setting. Right? And I'm going to chant on all day. And I'm going to do mudras. And I'm going to, Shanti. Shanti. No, leave the word brother. Shut up! Look, how do I detach from my child? I'm not like you. I'm not going to leave my baby. What you want me to do with my mom? She depends on me to bring these groceries back. And what about the rest of the world? And the babies that can't find a cave, whose stomachs are bloated with hunger. That can't be the answer. We must evolve. We must evolve. Y'all with me? Where do you run from bills and responsibilities? Being an ascetic ain't getting it. But the science shows us that the source of suffering is incorrect perception and a lack of knowledge of how God or the universe works.
Yes, sir.
So we start by saying, number one, that God is not in control. We are in control. Give me an example of what you mean by that. If you're in your house, God is cosmic energy and creative.
Intelligence.
God is creative intelligence and
Cosmic energy.
you're in your house, your TV does not work. Do you blame electricity?
Wow.
Do you walk over and say, electricity, you have failed me?
Wake us up.
Electricity, you must not be there. No! You hit the TV, you check the plug, tell me I'm lying. You might even get on your computer and go to Reliant.com to see if you paid your bill, but you're not going to curse electricity. You're not going to say that electricity does not exist. Nor are you going to say that electricity does not move toward a conductor. You're going to look at the material construct and question it. So why would we question God rather than looking at we, the vehicle by which we are connected to plug into God?
Wow.
The electricity is there. The spirit is there. The power is there. But there is something that's got a short in us. I have fallen short. And I'm not fully connected. And I need to understand what is it in me that's keeping me from connecting to it. Oh.
Man.
You got to understand that if an appliance does not work, you examine the appliance, the plug. You look at the bill. You never walk away from electricity. God is no different. God is all powerful, but does not control everything. You got to get plugged in. So first of all, I need to buy quality equipment. And you buying something and it doesn't work, you take it back to the store. Brother, I love you, and I don't mean no disrespect, but this ain't working. The bills ain't getting paid. Houses ain't being built. Folks still oppressing us. It ain't working.
Right.
Love your nonviolent stance. Ain't working. Black power all day. Ain't working. We need a change. We need something different. So we got to make sure we got quality equipment, right? We got to make sure that the equipment we have, right? We have to have a quality mind. We have to have a mind that's absent of corruption, a mind that is absent of doubt, a mind that is full of faith, a mind that is full of understanding about the idea that I need to be a conductor of positive energy in order for me to receive the benefits of positive energy, which I have just enumerated on the board. I need to be the best conductor. And the more power I want to receive, the more storage space I need to have. Which means the more garbage I need to get out of my mind. Are you with me? Oh, this is some good teaching. Give me the repeat grade. Send me the last grade. Look. I need to make sure I pay the bill. What is the bill? My Sabbath. My prayer life. Now, when we talk about prayer, we ain't talking about begging. We're talking about position.
That's right.
We're talking about a regurgitation of the position I actually hold.
Come on. Let's get it.
See, we've been taught to beg. And the universe, that you ever been somewhere and somebody speaking a foreign language or they speak a foreign language to you? You don't understand what they're saying? God don't understand begging. God don't understand depression. God don't understand, you know what I mean? Because just think about it, you come to me, you all depressed and beat down. When you come to me like that, that don't empower me to want to help you. Man of truth, I want to reject you. Because honestly, you ain't even grateful for what I already did. Y'all act like y'all ain't had that. Somebody come and ask you for more after you already gave. Huh? And they ain't even grateful. They ain't even half said thank you for what you gave them. Didn't take care of what you gave them. Just study asking. Always tired. Always always worried, always upset, always mad, always sick, all the time.
All the time.
All the time.
It ain't working.
God bless it, we want better.
Right?
Woo, boy. So, I've got to do a prayer that regurgitates the promise. It says this is the position. That's what the jail did. I'm reverent. I'm revered. Everything we say about God, we say about ourselves. Because Yeshua's prayer was that we would abide in God and God would abide in us. So, if God is excellent, I'm excellent.
Right?
If God is clean, I'm clean.
Right?
Even if I came dirty, now I'm clean. Because God is clean, I'm clean.
Come on.
If God is rich, I'm rich.
Come on.
If God is healthy, I'm healthy. Are you seeing that? I don't need to ask. You hear what I'm saying?
Right?
I take no thought for what I need, because what I need has already been met.
Come on.
If the wicked give to their children, how much more will God give unto me? Pressed down, shaken together, sending it through other people. Not from them, but through them. I'm talking scripture.
Right?
I'm talking about the whole scripture.
Come on. Come on. Come on.
I don't need to beg. I don't need to have a multiplicity of words.
Right?
I don't need to be in the courtyard, out in the middle of the church with everybody. You know what I need? Just give me a closet.
Come on.
That's right.
What kind of closet? No. Don't go in your broom closet. This closet. In my subconscious mind. Saying that my position so much that every time something happens, my mind goes to my position, right? Rather than your petition.
What?
You come to me and threaten my job, it goes straight to position. I shall not walk. Right? Prepares a table before me in the presence. You lied on me. Prepares a table before me in the presence of my enemy.
That's right.
Right? Danger. Yeah, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I don't feel no evil. Not rod and not staff. They comfort me.
Let's get it.
Somebody after me. Oh, it must be goodness and mercy. It got to be goodness and mercy. It got to be what you I'm gonna harm you. What you meant for evil is gonna be for good. I'm forming a weapon, but that weapon, you go form the weapon. Offenses must come, but no weapon formed against it can prosper. It was good that I was afflicted, because now I must be promoted. See, when your mind thinks like that, rather than how do I get you, how do I have a conversation with you to convince you to like me? I'm not going to try to convince you, baby. Because see, the only one I need is the I am vibration. Let me push on. I wish I could spend time on there, but I'm going to keep going. So God is intelligent, goes to the best conductor. It will leave a poor conductor for a better one. Now see, we think when you leave the 99 and go look for the one, we think that means God loves me, you know I'm over here by myself. Don't find me though. No, hell no. It's gonna lead them other 99 to come find me when I'm a good conductor. You understand? Everybody else going through. You know what I mean? It's a pandemic. It's a pandemic, though. For real. I told y'all back in March 2020. Didn't I say?
Yes,
sir.
I say, look, I'm gonna have more money.
Yep.
We gonna have more stuff.
Yep.
Is that right or wrong?
That's right.
Huh? How you? Wait.
No lie.
Wait a minute.
Come on.
Yo, was that 2020?
Yeah.
Oh, that's why it's 2200. That's 2020. Wait.
Okay.
Is this more or less than that?
Oh.
Press down.
Wait. He said, okay, that's great. I'm proud of y'all. That's all right, though. What can you do with that? Wait a minute. See, you still trying to get me back into terrestrial. Talk about I ain't got this and I ain't got that. You don't know I am. You don't know who I am. You don't know who I am. Because I recall that there was a moment where Yeshua said to the disciples, yo, you give them something to eat.
Yeah.
5,000 people, yo. 5,000. They say, man, we ain't got nothing. See, this is what I'm talking about, a lack of gratitude. Yeah. You look at your account, I ain't got nothing. Oh, you got something. $2? $2. They had 2 fish and 5 loaves of bread.
That's it.
For 5,000 people.
Right.
I'm gonna show you something. I'm gonna show you the law of what you do with your stuff. You got it. Their word was, it's not enough. That's what most people say.
That's right.
They say, I don't have enough money to buy a house. We don't have enough money to buy an estate. We can't do it. It ain't gonna happen. We can't fix these problems on this property. Did you hear what I said?
Yeah.
We call those things just be not as though they were. I don't want to hear all that. Just let me see what you do. Let me see what you do. Well, first of all, they saying what they don't have. Jesus said, bring it to me. Bring me what you got. Did they say it, Bishop?
Yes, sir.
Bishop trying to be good. Oh, you got Bishop on lockdown. Just shout one time before it's over. I know what you're doing. Look. He said, bring it to me. Take it out of the hands of people that are not positive. Take it out of the hands of people that are not grateful. If you're not positive, if you're not grateful, if you're not empowered, I'm not going to even tell you what I'm doing. Not one word. You be wondering, what he doing? He gets the bread and the loaf, and the first thing he says is, he blessed it.
Yes. He blessed it.
He didn't say, Lord, you go up and out here all day trying to help these people. I can't believe all you gave me was these two. I've been having trouble all my life. I had. He didn't say that. He blessed it. When I looked at that account, I blessed it. Yeah. My God, I can look at something. Bless it. Say, I'm gonna bless it.
I'm gonna bless it.
Bless it. I'm gonna bless it. A good conductor is positive. Say positive.
Positive.
Optimistic. Joyful. And follows the rules of connection.
And follows the rules of connection.
The second lie we got to get rid of is that we're separate from God. God is acting independently of our vibrational frequency. God acts according to our relationship with it. Faith. And I went over that. You got to believe God is, that God is a rewarder of those that diligently seek Him. Mm-hmm. He said, did you say it? You mean him? I knew he wasn't a theologian. Because I got ladies and gentlemen. And the original scripture says Elohim, plural.
Let's get it.
We are not going to teach our daughters that they are absent from the consciousness of divinity. And make your only story the woman that fell at Jesus' feet and washed it with her teeth. And forget about Sheba and Makeda and Nzinga and Arsed and Hathor. No, we ain't gonna do that. Right. See, that's why we got to have a resurrection. Let me keep moving. The other myth, God can do whatever he wants to do. Stop. That's a lie. Oh, no, see, that's why I disagree with you. God can do whatever he want to do. And now, he can't do whatever he want to do and still be God. I am God that cannot lie. Well, if you cannot lie, you can't do whatever you want to do. If you wanted to lie, you couldn't do it.
There you go.
Wow.
Come on. Teachers.
God never sleeps or slumbers. When you go to sleep, you ain't God. In other words, God, to be God, has to obey its own law.
That's right.
That's right.
So when I ask God to do something that is outside of God's law, because I'm not in the right mental position to receive what I'm asking God to do, I am asking God to stop being God. And that is why I don't get an answer. If I ask God to heal somebody that eats bad,
That's right. Say that, man.
Ooh, jeez.
Come on,
when
man.
God has given a law in Leviticus and Deuteronomy on how to eat to live,
That's right.
and Jesus said, I didn't come to destroy the law, I came to fulfill the law. Then if I'm asking God to heal them, even though it's mercy, even though it's compassionate, even though it's loving, even though it's kind, I'm actually asking God to go outside
Outside.
of its own word. Are you understanding that? Now, if that person who has eaten incorrectly decides I'm going to have faith for my healing, and I'm going to get rid of everybody and everything that's distracting me from my healing, and I'm willing to be healed, and I'm willing to come into covenant agreement with you, now we got a chance.
Right?
Now we got a chance.
But don't ask me to bring grandma no pork chop
Okay.
in her wheelchair with diabetes.
Okay.
I ain't doing it. God can do it. So not only is that true of God, it's true of the forces, or what you people call angels. You can't do whatever they want to do and be that. And you can't do whatever you want to do and be it.
That's right.
You say, I want to be rich because when I'm rich, I can spend my money just endlessly. Then you won't be rich because that's not how rich people act.
That's right.
Then you not.
Rich people still have to be frugal and invest and think about what they do with their money. And that is a wayward psychology. You understand? It's keeping money from us. Because when we're in that psychology and we're calling the force of money, money comes on the way, and then money gets to us and says, okay, what's the psychology? Oh, they're going to spend us everywhere on everybody. No, I don't want to go to them.
That's right.
I don't want to go. You see my point. You see my point. Doctors have rules, and they can't be a doctor. Everything has rules. So I have to understand the law, the rules, right, and the principles of the universe and act according to those. If you're not in gratitude, you're outside the law.
That's right. Come on.
If you're not responsible, you see what I mean? If you're not pulling your weight, you're outside the law. You lazy as hell, you're outside the law.
Outside the law.
You sleep when you ought to be awake, you're outside the law. Can't nobody help that. You're going to suffer. Now you say, well, I'll suffer in that area. No, stop. You're going to suffer in whatever area that is the closest, that's where you're going to suffer. But you're also going to suffer in all areas and don't even know it. Let me keep going. Practicality is the reason that there are rules and processes that must be followed. It is ordered thinking, sequential thinking based on priority. Practicality is not doubt. People get that confused. If I plan my life out, if I think about what I want to do, rather than just haphazardly doing something, right? That's practicality. If I do things in sequence based on priority. What's priority number one? Usually whatever is most difficult. Let me do that first.
Yeah.
What's most difficult and what's most important. Let me do those first and then get to the other things. And as I build something that the universe will see that I'm building something in order and come out in that order and help me. Are you seeing that?
Yeah.
That's not doubt. Doubt is there's no way this is going to happen. So I'm just going to do whatever. That's doubt. Got it? Good. All right. Almost done. Hang in there. God is excellent. And we use the word perfection to kind of jolt you a little bit. But when Jesus says, be ye perfect even as your Father in heaven is perfect, it's really talking about excellence. And we want to say that God is perfection, and then we put perfection on ourselves as a litmus test. There is nothing perfect. There is nothing perfect. The earth spins at 1,037 1/3 miles per hour. There is a fraction attached to that. That denotes that it is not perfect. It is not a perfect circle. Right? It's more egg-shaped, right? That denotes that there's no such thing as perfection, because perfection says that this thing cannot be improved
Anymore.
and that would be very boring for one. But
That's
number
right.
two, it would be death,
That's right.
because anything that does not grow dies. So perfection is not what you want. What you want is excellence. So excellence is to continually excel in self-improvement. Look, you don't have to get everything done today. But if you can improve just one thing each day, you're going to be so far ahead by the end of the week you won't believe it.
That's true.
Did you hear what I said?
Yeah.
If you could just add $10, find $10 a day, by the end of the week you'd have $70.
That's right.
By the end of the month you have $280.
Yeah.
Now you don't have life bill. Man, I don't know what your life bill is. Close the window. That's a self-improvement. Turn the air down. You don't need those 60. Self-improvement. See, incremental steps. You go through your life. I want you to go through your life this week and find areas you can improve. Just one thing. You don't have to do it all. Just one thing. Just say, you know what? This week, I'm not going to eat that. I'm going to eat everything else, but I ain't going to eat that. And I'm glad I'm not eating it because it's still moving. And darkening with it.
No.
Look, this is dense. I gotta give you laughter so you can absorb. So it's like letting it absorb all your food. It's a lot of food. Say it's a lot of food.
A lot of food.
So I need to be excellent. Now, how do I know I'm excellent? How do I know I'm getting into excellence? It's revealed in adversity. Am I going through it or growing through it? That's
Come on.
Number two, do you speak to it? Do you talk about it or do you speak to it?
Wow.
Right? Child not acting right. Am I going to talk about them or I'm going to speak to it? Yeah, I do need to have a conversation with them. No.
No.
Talk to the force
Talk to the
that
force.
is in them that is being projected from negativity.
Come on.
You can't have my child.
You can't have my child.
I'm telling you that right now. You got to get out of my house.
Hey.
Loneliness, you got to go. You don't belong here. You have to speak to it. Right? Not to flesh and blood, but to principalities and powers that's backing it up. Number three, we talking about excellence, right?
Yes, sir.
Do you think through it? Do you think through it? Or do you cry through it? Are you depressed through it? Do you fake your way through it? I need you to think through it. Don't avoid it, think on it. But when you think on it,
Come on.
think on it this wise. If there be any good, if there's anything lovely, if there be any praise, think on those things. In other words, when I think on this thing, I'm going to be grateful rather than giving it the power over my life. And when I do that, I can feel my way through it. That means faith my way through it. You understand? Excellence is how you accept advice. Oh, boy. See, God corrects those that God loves.
That's right.
I'm going to show you another reason that why our prayers don't get answered. Or why we don't get what we want. God corrects their sins. God corrects those whom he, unfortunately, he loves. Who it loves. In other words, it's going to direct me, so it's got to give me a suggestion.
That's right.
It's got to give me advice. Now, sometimes the advice comes from people we don't want to hear it from.
That's right.
I'm almost out.
Come on, man.
You understand?
Yes.
Like you know, sometimes brother might not want to hear advice from the woman who he has a myth that has been planted in him by Western European religious exploitation that she lowered in him. Oh, y'all don't be quiet. I don't want to hear that.
That's
I
right.
don't want to hear that from you. I
That's
want to hear
right.
that to your lips.
That's,
Out your mouth.
well, come on, come on.
Okay. Why you there for that? I said I'm almost done. Look. God will give you advice from an ant.
Say that,
Yeah, he
brother.
will.
Say
You
that.
sit there looking at the ants, and you seeing them work together. And then you think about your family. It's always going in opposite direction. Then you go back to your family. Listen, now first you got to get in the vibration. You got to say, I got to get in the vibration.
I gotta get in the
vibration.
vibration.
I said, now how can we work together? Look. You can't reject how God want to give you advice.
Say that, brother.
But just understand that if you want God to love you, then God has got to direct you and give you some advice. Now, if you don't want the advice, then that means I don't want God to,
Directly.
but I also don't want the love.
Blessings, the promises.
You see?
Yeah.
If I don't want God's love, because I don't want the advice,
Uh-oh.
then I can't get the blessings that come with the love.
Say that, sir.
You didn't hear what I said. I mean, I bless those I love. Some of y'all might just bless anybody, but I bless people I love. I got to love you to bless you. Yeah. So here you are. You're praying for somebody to come in your life, and God begins to shape them and mold them and has them ready to go. Got them all cute and everything. And then says to the forces, all right, go ahead and take her down there. Forces get ready to say, all right, let's get the body together. All right, we're going to coordinate. Yeah, they will meet here. Oh, what is this? I'm sorry I am vibration. Oh, what seems to be the problem? This fool don't want no advice. And 3 years into the relationship, he gonna need to get some advice from his friend, and he can't accept it. Well, if he can't take the love, then he can't have the pride. Then the corporate ego, which y'all call, some people call Satan, they said, well, let's make a replica. This is a wonderful opportunity. They've been praying for something. Let's send an imposter that looks like what they should have been blessed with if they could have taken some advice. And you know the rest is history. God blesses those that he loves, but you got to be able to take the advice. Last thing, excellence is revealed in ascension. When I ascend, you know I'm excellent if I can be promoted. But don't forget where I came from.
Oh, I love that. I love that.
Now, that don't mean that I stay where I came from.
Right.
Yeah, I'm done. Look, I'm closing it up. That don't mean I stay where I came from.
Right.
That don't mean I act like where I came from.
Come on.
That just means I'm grateful that I came out of